Wait,
hi.
What's up, asshole?
Happy birthday. Wait, this is
I have cake from Sia. What, fucker? She gave me a crown and pasties. How did you score this interview?
I don't know.
How did you? What the fuck?
This is a good one.
Are you serious? You got Kathy Griffin to come on her birthday?
Nice to meet you.
Oh, congrats.
The couch.
Congrats on having me.
You got me. You got me. Congrats.
Wait, there are a lot of
These
pasties.
are Sia pasties from Sia the singer.
I know her.
I have cake.
Wait,
You
so
know, she's got that chandelier cake. So here, you each have a cake, and she spent $1. You know, she's not cheap.
wait, we have. By the way,
I like you too.
we sit down.
Now, I'm taking this home. You don't get, you just keep this.
No, we will keep your
This is my
Tupperware.
cake holder.
Wait,
So here, you take your tin.
wait, you brought. Wait, this is.
This is straight from
yours.
Sia's.
Good.
Yes, I just came from
Sit
there.
down. Do you remember meeting me at Paris's house?
No.
I didn't think so.
I barely remember meeting you a minute ago. I got my hair and makeup on for you. I got my lashes on for you.
You look beautiful.
I got the hair pieces in.
That's you've done the whole thing.
I've gone. This is kind of a sex kitten look because it's kind of like a fuck you to 65. Like I'm a hot 65-year-old.
I'd
you know
say
what I mean?
so.
I'm not saying I'm a hot 20-year-old, but I'm a hot 65-year-old. Have you seen the market? I'm it. I'm the best you're gonna get.
It's true.
Take it.
I gotta say, I would not assume that you were 65 years
I've
old.
had a little work done. You know, just a smidge.
It's okay.
What's the matter? Are my hair pieces falling out? Sometimes what happens is the fake hair pokes out from the real one, and then it's like a Sherwood forest up in there. It's like those new Kim Kardashian underwear where it's a bush.
Yeah.
I have that on my head.
Wait, so you literally did come here from Sia's house? Mm-hmm. And so this is, you bring us cake and pasties. She got you pasties for your
She
birthday?
got me pasties for my birthday, and she got 2 kinds of cake. And one of them is one of those crepe cakes, which are very trendy. I've seen them all over TikTok.
Yeah, there's a bunch
it's a
of
cake
layers.
out of crepes.
Yeah. It's like,
It defies logic.
let's
take a look at it.
Yeah.
open that up.
I don't have cutlery. I'm sorry. I asked. I did. You're a crack team here.
I can't believe you.
What are you up to? 4 people?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, it's called payroll. You know, try it. Try it on the size.
You know how YouTube works these days, right?
I know. I have tens of views, and I have cents that I am making. I am making sometimes up to cents. I do a YouTube show just for fun. I swear to God. I don't know if anybody watches it. It's
watch.
once a week. It's called Talk Your Head Off. Kathy Griffin, Talk Your Head Off. And I just speak into the void. I try to be funny. I try to be entertaining. I don't know how you kids do it. I don't know how the algorithm works.
Yeah,
You know what I like? I like a clicker. I change the channel. Now I got to figure out the algorithm, watermarks. You know, I got to worry about that now. It's a whole new thing. But I'm back on the road, and it's called New Face, New Tour.
What inspired the name?
My facelift. I had a facelift where they gave me a good yank, fellas. I mean, they really got back there, and I think they had 3 guys lined up just yanking me, and I was awake going, no, more.
Tighter.
More tight. Get the staple gun. Go to Costco. Get it.
At this point in time, like, how do you prepare for a facelift? Because is this your third?
Third facelift. Well, I had my first one too young. My first one was kind of a waste of time.
Okay.
But then they got to start yanking because gravity happens. But you prepare. Here's how you're supposed. I do it all wrong, of course. You're supposed to prepare by having your alibi of why you can't be seen certain places.
Uh-huh.
You know, like you make something up, or you act like you're working on a project. That's a big one. All the ladies go to have it done during the holidays. So that's why you can't see Aunt so-and-so on Christmas, because she's having the work done. And then you have to wait for it to settle in privacy. So you go to one of these places, and this is a whole cottage industry, where there are recovery centers for rich ladies. And you go in, and you got all the bandages and the gauze, and you're trying to be incognito, but secretly you wish you could peek through your own gauze and see Denise Richards, which I did.
Really?
Yeah, we got facelifts a day apart.
That's a different sort of sisterhood.
I think so, but what's funny is that I didn't know she was at the recovery joint, and she didn't know I was there. Otherwise, I would have had lunch with her. You know? If you've covered in gauze and you're with Denise Richards and she's in the building, you should grab a meal with her. How I feel.
Is it painful?
Yes.
Is it
Yes,
worth it?
and people say it isn't. I don't know why they don't say it is. Is it worth it? I think it is.
It's worth the
I
pain.
like it. I'm vain. You know, I give in to my vanity. So I kind of like it.
When did that begin? You giving into
It
vanity?
began in freaking show business. The minute I started having wardrobe fittings, and these vicious wardrobe queens would be like, girl, they don't make that in a 6. Take it off. And I remember just having all these, and that's how I got the body dysmorphia, is all these wardrobe people telling me a size 6 was fat. Take it off. They don't make it in a 6. Can't you get to a 2? Then I got down to a 2. And then I just was like, I got to be a 2. It's part of my job. And then you start looking in the mirror. And of course, with Zoom, you're constantly looking at yourself. That's the worst part of Zoom, is you're looking at yourself and criticizing yourself instead of focusing on what you should be saying. So then I start seeing stuff and I'm like, that could be nipped and tucked. And then you start talking to the other ladies. And you know what you start with? Who's your guy? Because there aren't that many women that do it. There should be more women. Then you find out so-and-so's guy. Then you check with another lady and see if her guy is so-and-so's guy. And ultimately, you want Kris Jenner's guy.
Yeah, she looks great.
That's where this story always ends. No matter how dealish you are, it ends with you want Kris Jenner's fill in the blank. Kris Jenner's guy, Kris Jenner's idea, Kris Jenner's plan. We all follow what Kris does.
And
It's like Nexium.
Did you
and
get
she's
there?
our Keith Raniere. Here's what's great. I went to, this is why I'm smart. I'm a millionaire. I went to Kris Jenner's last guy. Because the new guy is $1 million
For a facelift?
for a facelift. And the ladies are lining up. These psycho bitches are calling and using code words and passwords. And you've got to know the password to get Kris Jenner's guy for $1 million.
What?
And you know I don't know it. You know they're not telling me.
So who even tells you those rules?
Paris.
Okay, so that's how you don't remember, but we did meet at Paris's house.
Okay. And by the way, let me just take a minute. I love her. I talk shit about her in my act, and I always will because she's famous and she's an icon. But let me tell you, that is a girl who did it right. She's honest. She made that awesome documentary. She talks about her trauma. She still dresses like a 12-year-old. I love her whole thing. And she's a happy mom now. And I just get a kick out of her. And she knows I make jokes about her. And I send them to her. Yeah, the last party I went to, I got ushered out.
Wait,
By security, yes, physically.
the one that I met you at?
The one where, who was there?
It was her housewarming party?
Yes.
Wait.
You didn't see me get kicked out? Everybody was talking about it.
Why'd you get kicked
Where
out?
were you? I thought the gays were going to protect me. The gays left me hanging. There was a gaggle of gays. And you know what they kept doing? They kept going, you did it, girl. You got kicked out, girl. Good for you, girl. They loved it.
Wait, what? Why'd you get kicked out?
I'm not going to tell you the whole story because it's in my act. And I literally have my first show on Saturday at Planet Hollywood. So I'm not going to tell you the whole story.
Oh, I gotta go.
But that's why you buy a ticket for the Kathy Griffin tour.
Wait.
Because she tells you the insider stuff. I'm not going to blow it on you losers. I have
that's fine.
people that buy tickets.
I'm with you.
And you were there and you missed it. So
Yeah.
bad on you.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Because you could have been I could have put you in the act for backing me up. But now you're in with the bad gays.
But I just want you
They were
to
like, go girl, go girl. Do it for us, girl. Do it for the laugh, girl.
I'm sorry.
But I will
thought-
tell you, it has a happy ending, which is I told Paris the next day. And first she was mortified. I said, no. It was a funny story, not a mean story. But the best part is when I was getting ushered out and I couldn't get cell reception to call an Uber as I was being kicked out. So the guy from security, one was holding my shoulders
Wait, what?
because I was like a feral animal.
This is crazy.
Yeah. And then the other one was taking my phone because I'm a boomer. And he's like getting me online and calling the Uber for me because I'm a star and I don't know how to do that myself.
You don't have a private driver? You use Uber?
Thank you. Well, can I tell you the backstory on that? Guess who my driver was that night?
Who?
Lance Bass,
Oh,
who decided to stay with the other gays and be fabulous all night when I got tired. So, yeah, I actually should have had a driver, and I did. His name is Lance Bass. And he ditched me. And, one thing led to another. And that's all I'm going to say about that story. But I was ushered out by security.
I gotta go to.
But there were many witnesses of the gay persuasion.
I clearly was in my own world. Like, I don't know what I was.
Which gay pack were you in?
I mean,
Because it's like gay Burning Man and when she has parties.
It is true.
You just pick a camp.
I kind of, I float between all the groups.
You're a floater? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I try to
always know the
socialize.
floater.
Yeah.
Yep.
I try to get out there and mingle and make friends.
Right.
I was out there. I met you.
Right.
So I think
She doesn't remember.
You don't remember?
No,
but
and
Eric
also,
Vitro?
you know who I met that people were excited about? A gal from Cat's Eye.
Oh, yeah, they're big.
What about that?
You're on top of
Pretty
things.
cool.
Look at you.
And so my assistant said, post it. And I was like, I am the #1 Cat's Eye super fan. Meow. Or whatever they say. I don't know what they say. Meow. Purr. You know, they're cats. I assume they have an army.
So I got to say, I've been watching You Changed My Life. Your work has changed my life. My life on the D-list is quite literally, it introduced me to a lot.
Oh, that means a lot. Thank you.
That just, you've changed reality TV and culture at large and television and comedy. You've
look
done
at this.
so much
on my
for the
birthday.
movement.
I know.
It's real stuff. The through line, though, to all of it is that you are an oversharer of other people's shit.
I know.
How do you maintain a relationship?
Look, they're rocky. A lot of them get pissed and they go away for a while. And sometimes it takes them years to come back. Sometimes they never come back. I mean, look, I'm not friends with Anderson Cooper anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and he and I were buds.
It's so funny. I watched last night, I think it was 2007
Yeah.
season of My Life on the D-List.
Oh.
And that's when you go on and you do New Year's for the first time.
Oh, that's funny.
And
That's
it's
wild.
So it is, dude, Anderson Cooper does not know who Andy Cohen is at this time.
That's wild.
And you have a whole conversation with him
Andy
about
Cohen
it.
was getting my coffee.
It was, the whole thing was crazy.
Oh, that is wild.
Different
See, I
time.
haven't gone back to watch the show in 20 years. I did an interview and somebody said, this interview is for the 20-year anniversary of My Life on the D-List. And I swear to God, I was like, wait, wasn't that show just 2 years ago? Like, I can't believe it was that long ago. So I actually love, even though I'm not making a dime, I love that it's on Peacock and I love that people can discover it or rediscover it just based on my parents alone. Because my parents were so fucking funny and so natural and so themselves and drunk all the time.
Your mom
Tipsy.
was
a legend.
yes,
Legend. Yeah.
really one of the funniest reality show TV.
And by the way,
characters
let
to
me
ever
say,
exist.
my parents were the quiet, gay allies of their time. Like
Real.
my parents, one thing I'm proud of about that show is just by my parents' behavior. They were so accepting and loving of the gay community without shouting it from the rooftops. But I think it was really special because you see these old people and instead of like the old grouchy, these kids today, they were like going to gay bars because they had the best appetizers. Those gays, they know how to make real good apps, Kathleen. So your father and I go to Rage and we go for happy hour and they have tiny pizzas because, the gays don't want to eat a lot of pizza. It's too much. They don't want to, they're watching their weight, but like my parents would just say unfiltered shit like that. And it was, I think, a great way for the community at that time to be like, oh, there's this sort of warm and fuzzy grandma and grandpa character that is going to love us no matter what,
Your mom was there with her white wine. No
Yeah,
matter the
her box
situation.
wine.
Crazy.
Well, first it was $2 Chuck. Then it turned into box wine Franzia. Let me tell you something. She should have been the face of Franzia.
I agree.
Franzia should have been at her door knocking with a big Super Bowl check.
You did a lot for them. You did
Come
a lot
on.
for the box wine.
I kind of
movement.
put him on the map. I don't mean to be rude, but.
Enemies. Anderson Cooper,
Yeah.
has he reemerged as a friend yet?
No, I don't think he is. I get this asked a lot. I don't think he's wired that way. You know what I mean?
It's like over and how's he wired?
I don't really know. I'll tell you, a part of that journey, if I can use that kind of word, is learning like, there's like different kinds of people. There's people that are able to kind of cut off relationships and not feel a sting, And I was like, I thought everybody felt the sting. So I think I'm still learning about that, like who processes things, what ways, and who to gravitate back to. But, when I was in a political scandal 8 years ago with a famous picture of me holding Donald Trump's decapitated head, that was a real divider in my life. It was something that really separated the men from the boys, if you will, and showed me who my friends were and were not. And it lives on to this day. There's still people that won't talk to me, or there's tentacles from that incident that go on in bizarre ways. There's buyers that are afraid of me because they have Trump fans.
It's why you're on YouTube.
Yeah. It's
That's
why I
fair
put
to
my
say,
special
right?
on YouTube.
Yeah, you
because
couldn't sell it.
I didn't sell it. I couldn't sell it But also, I'll be honest, I didn't want the restrictions. Having done more specials than any comedian, male or female, living or dead. I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records for that. I say that because as a chick, I just have to just keep saying that. But anyway, I just was like, you know what? After doing so many specials, I don't want somebody to tell me what's funny. I want to put the whole show up there. The beauty of YouTube is you guys decide. You can watch the first 10 minutes of it and turn it off. You can watch the whole thing 5 times in a row. It's free. I didn't even charge $10 for it. I didn't even ask for your email. It's like, go on there and click Kathy Griffin, My Life on the PTSD List. Enjoy. And so I'm sure that's why you do it this way. So I'm sure you like the freedom.
Freedom, a democratization of media matters today. I mean, you have to go where the people are.
Yes.
And you can make the case very easily that like, they're not necessarily glued to streamers in a way you think.
Yeah.
You know, and
Totally.
there's a lot of organic eyes that you can reach, like a lot of new fans that exist on YouTube.
That's
that
what I'm hoping.
May not know you. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm hoping. And that's why I do my YouTube show week after week after week, Hell or High Water. I do that show. And that's why I enjoy it being on YouTube, the special in its entirety. And it's long. I have a bomb to drop. My special is 1 hour and 50 minutes long. It's nearly 2 hours. And look, I was blacklisted for 7 years. I didn't work for 7 years. I was investigated by the federal government. I was on the no-fly list, et cetera, et cetera. I had like a real story to tell. So my next special will be 1 hour. I haven't totally lost my mind, but this one I needed, the story needed to breathe.
Is it crazy when you say that? Like
Yeah,
you're on the
all of it's
no-fly
crazy.
list. You were on the Interpol list.
The Interpol list, which is the international version of the no-fly list, and I was on the Five Eyes list, which is the ISIS terror watch list.
So is there any part of you that loves that it's happening, or is all of you frightened?
It's both. I'm frightened all the time because what happened to me was so real. Like being detained at an airport in Singapore is not fun. They take your passport and your phone. So even if you have great lawyers, which I do, and I have many, I can't reach them. And you're at the discretion of sometimes one person at an airport at 2 a.m. And they think I may or may not be a terrorist. So I was on the terror watch list. And, you know, I filed a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act, and a lot of it was redacted when I finally got it. But it was quite chilling seeing how serious the administration, the Trump administration, was about actually trying to have me arrested for the crime of conspiracy to assassinate the president of the United States. That is crazy. That is crazy. That whether you like me or not doesn't matter. That shouldn't happen to anybody, much less a comedian.
Any part of you see what Rosie O'Donnell has done and go,
Oh, of course. I'm getting dual citizenship for Ireland right now. Luckily, my grandparents were born in the old country. I'm fully % Irish, and I'm on the waiting list because they said, Miss Griffin, you've now filled out all the proper documentation. My brother, John, really took the lead, so I got to give my brother credit.
Wow.
And my brother's, just a civilian, a retired guy, and even he said, look, if it gets full on fascist, I'm not going to stay. We're not going to stay. So I'm not ready to go, but if I have to go, I want to have a plan. So I'm not planning on leaving. I love my home. I love my friends. I want to stay here. But I'm not that crazy where if the pot starts to really boil, we, the frogs, have to jump out at some point. I want to at least have a plan. So I have a plan.
What is it? Like, is it like you and your family get on a private jet with your dogs
Seriously.
to Ireland? And
Yes. It's honestly, it's call Rosie O'Donnell and get all the help I can from her because she's one of my besties and she just went through the whole process and she has a dog. And by the way, one of my dogs is here. I brought one of my dogs.
I heard.
And so that was very important to me. But yeah, I would rent out my house and I would go. Probably until he croaks, I guess, or until we see what happens after he's done.
Do you think there'll be a third term?
I think let's just see if there's midterms.
I mean,
let's
we're
see
in the
how
middle
today
of it now.
goes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know this won't air
No,
today,
I
but
get it. Your birthday's on election day.
I know. Election day, baby.
With the fallout of everything from the Trump photo, do you regret it at all?
I don't. The only regret I have is one day of really annoying publicist, a stupid publicist, talked me into doing an apology video. And I really wish I had been in the right frame of mind, and I wasn't. I was hysterically crying and laughing and in my pajamas and fielding super crazy phone calls from senators and celebrities and relatives and people I haven't talked to in decades. And it was super crazy. And I couldn't look at the news because I was like the main story. I know that sounds like I'm making it up.
No, I
but it was
remember.
the main thing on every cable network. And, it was crazy. I wish I had somehow been able to see through that BS and see that the whole thing was just bullshit. And I wish I would have just doubled down and just been like middle finger, like, fuck you, I'm a comic. I can make a statement about the president of the United States. That's what comedians do. If you don't like it, move on to another comic. But don't act like I'm a terrorist, and don't try to have me arrested for a felony. And, I was surveilled for 2 years. Like, it was bananas.
Is it what led to like everything you went through in 2020?
I think so.
Yeah, right.
I think it was in some ways a catalyst. So in my special, I talk about everything from suicidal ideation to addiction and recovery to even heartbreak, going through a divorce. I just talk about that stuff because my act has always reflected whatever's going on in my crazy life, and my life is always crazy. I almost never have a day off from the crazy.
And it's wild to think that, because like you can make the case that today you're in theory way less busy than like in 2010.
Oh my God, way less.
But it's still just as crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like when I flew a commercial last week. Everybody, mic drop.
Let's go.
Normally I fly private. You heard me.
It's very
Go ahead.
relatable.
Bring the heat. Like I care.
Do you fly in first class or like in economy?
No, private. My own jet.
Oh, God.
Why'd you fly commercial then?
Because for once, my brain took over my ego and said it's fiscally more responsible to fly commercial.
I mean, by like $38,000.
By like 80,000.
Yeah,
but anyway, I'm just saying it was funny because I was with my assistant who's relatively new, and he got to witness for the first time what it is that makes me a magnet for crazy. Because whatever it is, I engender something in everyday people, whether I'm walking down the street in Manhattan or at Los Angeles airport. The craziest people in the airport will come up to me, and they're either a Trumper that still has a gripe about the picture,
Really?
or they're a gay guy who's crying because he can't get, his mom won't accept him, and then I'm his mom, or it's a guy that thinks I'm his cousin because he's like, I recognize you from something. So I get a lie like, wait, did we go to school together? And then he hugs me, and he like doesn't let go. Like that just happened last week. And he just kept hugging me, and I'm like, I don't think we went to school together. But I also didn't ever really leave the embrace. I was like, okay,
It felt good.
It doesn't really cost me anything to hug this guy. Like, and my assistant is looking at me like I ran into an old friend. And finally, I give him the code, and he's like, oh, and takes the guy's arms off me. And then finally, I was like, aha, you see? I told you I was a magnet for crazy. And it was exciting to have somebody witness it in real time.
You have a code system?
Yeah.
How does that
Code
work?
words. I have looks. I have body movements. One means like leave me with this person for a minute. One means eject button right away. One means come up with this kind of an excuse, like a really nice excuse so the person doesn't, Paris Hilton me or something. Yeah. And there's one. That's an old.
That's a weird reference.
It's kind of dated one. Yeah. It's a dated. That's like what we feared in the 90s. But yes, there's many codes involved.
Is it? Do you still have anybody from the My Life on the D-List crew? Any of the three crew members?
Well, I just had a Vegas reunion with my former assistants. So Tiffany, who I used to yell,
Icon.
Tiffany!
Icon.
She and I were just texting. I absolutely love her. She's just like she wanted. The day I hired her, she said, I want to be a mom. So she worked for me for 7 years, 7 blissful years, and she's a happy mom of 2, and she works for Google. She has a great job. And then at another reunion with John, who was on my Kathy talk show, which happened after the D-List for 2 seasons. And he works at Netflix now. He has a great job.
Where's Tom?
Tom is taking care of his parents in Missouri. So he's being like the good son, taking care of his parents. I know.
Really a great crew.
Right.
Just like
everybody was really real. Like there was no scripting, and they followed me around for 6 months for I think 8 or 10 episodes a year. It wasn't even that much. But I mean, they were at my house for 6 months.
And the fact that Steve Wozniak was such a huge part of like
My boyfriend?
yeah.
Yeah. What about that?
I mean, that's
What about that? That I dated Steve Wozniak,
that's
the
fucking
co-founder of Apple.
it's nuts.
So go ahead, get back your little phone that you're so proud of. Oh, Kathy, I'm better at working my phone than you are. Really? Because I fucked the guy who started Apple. So take that next time you're bragging about your phone. I'm just teasing. Steve, I'm kidding. He's happily married now. Hello, Janet. See, this is how I get in trouble. Now I got to worry about Janet Wozniak calling me when I get home.
Have you cared to think about or wonder why you are successful?
Oh, yeah. Like,
you
I'm
know
a
why?
business person to the core. So when I would have dinner with Joan Rivers, it was like a job interview at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I was soaking up everything she'd tell me, and she would give me great advice, and she would warn me about who was who in the studio system or whatever. Or, you know, I'm very good friends to this day. I mean, being my birthday, I'm hearing from all these people that are so nice. Suze Orman, who had a show for years called The Suze Orman Show, and is amazing power lesbian. And
One of the greatest financial advisors to ever exist.
to ever live,
Yeah.
and does it for the love of the game. Well, she's a gazillionaire, but she's been giving me financial advice since I basically stalked her and I became her buddy. And then she came on my show, My Life on the D List, and we've been really close friends ever since. So I do talk business a lot, and even though I have made some creative decisions that have cost me, like when I did the Trump head picture, all the endorsements went bye-bye. So I had done, up until then, I had done many Super Bowl ads. I've done like 4 Super Bowl ads. I've probably done 30 commercials, you know, and so that went bye-bye. But luckily I socked all that money away. So when I decided to cut off the president's head, I had a nice nest egg. And I say that as a metaphor.
That's
when I
real.
say cut off the president's head, I'm speaking metaphorically.
Do you still have to live off that nest egg today, or are you generating new stuff at this point?
Okay, here's the honest truth. I'm probably losing money on my tour because I fly private. If I didn't fly private, I'd be making fucking bank.
Crazy.
But I'm now 65, and I'm like, you know what? I've hugged that dude who doesn't know me at the airport since 1997. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been doing this for so long that I'm just giving myself this obnoxious gift of like, knowing I could wake up at my house in Malibu with my 4 doggies, have a show in Phoenix, go get on the jet, do the show, hopefully come home, be in my own bed. Are you
Totally.
fucking kidding me? When I think about all those years when I was on a sitcom or on the D-List show or touring or doing 4 specials a year, it was exhausting, but I socked it all away because my mom always said, save it for a rainy day. And my rainy day came.
And
It was a rainy 7 years. It poured.
very few people have done what you've done for just the visualization of comedy, because obviously you've done the most specials. But then I keep thinking about almost every episode of My Life on the D List
Yeah.
featured a tour stop.
Yeah.
I mean, so much of that show
Oh, yeah.
was woven
Into my real life and the hustle and the amount of
narrative.
hustle
Like,
of constantly trying to get from the D-List to the C-.
but it
Yeah.
was this beautiful thing of like the stage show that you did in your stand-up
Yeah.
reflected in the episodes
Right.
you were watching. It was this harmonious thing.
No, I think, let me just give credit. The editing I thought was excellent on that show.
Crazy.
I thought the production companies were fantastic, and they would send me a rough cut of the episodes because it's hard to film all that and then see what they chop it down to. And you go like, oh shit, entire locations were cut. Like not just this funny line or this scene, but like, wow, we actually like got on a jet and went to another city and did a whole segment, and that's all been cut. So they would just send me the rough cuts, and then I got to give notes. But they did a great job of weaving in like the stand-up itself with just my life and fucking around or
So good.
doing whatever D-List talk show or hosting gig or charity gig.
Yeah. You do all the local radio stations.
Oh
you go
my
to
God.
Tom Green.
I went and I rewatched episode 1 of My Life on the D-List. It's the only one I rewatched. I can't believe how hard I worked on that show.
Nuts.
I can't believe it. I was in like 17 locations. I'm going through this is sidebar. I'm going through this Brian Wilson phase of the Beach Boys because I just think he was a visionary. And he's on episode 1 of freaking Kathy Griffin, My Life on the D-List in the background because he wouldn't sign the release. But he was such a genius. And here I am, little Kathy Griffin from Forest Park, Illinois, hosting a show where I get to say, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Wilson. But then backstage in real life, Team Brian is coming up to me going, don't talk to Brian. Don't think you're going to be talking to Brian. I don't care if you're hosting, don't talk to Brian. And it was so like, that's my life. Like, they want me to host, but still it's strict of like, this isn't going in your act. You don't get too close to the celebrity.
That's such a...
They're on to me. They're on to me.
But like, it would create this dynamic and this tension that would kind of exist throughout the entire series.
But that's why I can't leave these celebs or these stories out of the act ultimately. I know I should. And yeah, I'd probably be more successful if I hadn't made so many enemies. But if somebody does something around me that's crazy and fucking funny, Quentin Tarantino, I have his blessing.
Yo, he dated him.
And he said to me, he goes, these are your stories because they're your experiences. Fuck them. They're your experience. If you had a crazy experience with Paris Hilton, that was your life. You're allowed to say, and then I was ushered out by security again. Kathy Griffin being and gays going, cool girl, you're the realist.
How the fuck did I miss it?
Where were you?
Where was I?
Don't you remember the pink curtain? You weren't supposed to go behind the pink curtain.
Oh, I do remember that there was a whole other section, right? Like to the left, and there was, you went behind the pink curtain.
Yes, as I always do. I mean, would you think any less? Come on.
Quentin Tarantino, what is it like to date him?
It was fascinating as a fan because he's a talker. Yap.
Do you learn anything?
Yeah, you learn everything because he talks about his process in a way that's fascinating because he's a genius. So like dating Steve Wozniak, it's interesting to freaking sit down with Steve Wozniak, one of the greatest minds of our lifetime, and be like, what was it like with you and Steve Jobs in the garage making the first Apple computer? And he go, well, I'll tell you what it was like. First, we did this, and then we got a hum-diggly-doo-dah, and then we got a doo-daddy-dee-dah. You know, he's talking his computer talk, and it's interesting. Or being able to talk to Quentin about what was it like to make Reservoir Dogs. So I'm still a fan. You know, that's the other thing. It's like when I mention a celebrity in my act and then they get mad at me, I feel bad sometimes because I actually really love this celebrity, and I'm like, well, I might be calling you out a little in my act, but I'm still a fan. Come on.
How do you balance that?
I don't. I mean, I just have to roll with it. I just take the hits and do it. Because the people I came up on loving, Joan Rivers, Don Rickles.
No, they took the hits.
I asked Rickles one time, I said, what do you do when these celebrities confront you? And he goes, go harder. And I was like, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. We're good. Fist pump. And then I do. Then nobody has my back. I just want to be clear about that.
Yes, you're really out fighting
As
this
I'm
alone.
Being ushered out of Paris, those gays were clapping.
But
nobody said, excuse me, that's Kathy Griffin, living legend.
Yeah,
please take your hands off her, sir.
I just want to make it clear, just on the record. I would have said something.
I need your gay card right now.
And I
just hand it over.
Provoked.
I would have flagged over Paris. I would have dealt with this. And by the way, I know the people who are on the door. I would have dealt with this situation top to bottom, and you wouldn't have been escorted out. But then again, you wouldn't have had the story.
That's what I'm saying is I have a show Saturday night.
Yeah,
so fuck you
it.
with your little I could have helped out. I don't need that bullshit. Anybody could have helped out.
You don't
I
want
got
my
the story.
You don't want my
I want to be ushered. That's how I want to leave a Paris Hilton party. Ushered out by security. I
it-
don't want to leave voluntarily. Yawn.
Can you tell me like your ideal career dream when you were in Groundlings compared to where we've ended up?
I wanted to be Rhoda. Like on I Love Lucy, I wanted to be Ethel. Like I always thought it was better to be the best friend because she got to go in, do the jokes, and get out. And that's what I wanted. Let the pretty girl have all the lines.
And less pressure.
Less pressure. And plus, I knew I was funny, but I didn't know if I could act. So I was like, well, I know I can make people laugh. And that was my goal, is to be a sidekick. And then I just kept working toward it. And then I got to be a sidekick.
With Brooke Shields.
With Brooke Shields, one of the most iconic beauties ever. And so it was the perfect dynamic where I got to truly be the sidekick. And she carried the show. And I went in, did 3 jokes, went out.
And when does it transition away from that? Like, when does sitcom dry up and you're kind of, I mean, are you pushed into stand-up, or do you feel like...
I started stand-up late. You know, I didn't even start doing stand-up until I was 36. That's
right.
insanely late because I was an improviser first. So I was like an undiscovered improviser in a group called the Groundlings, where they get a lot of Saturday Night Live people, as they should. It's a great company. And I did that for like 10 years without getting one. I was an extra for $25 a day. Like I wasn't getting any real gigs at all.
But by the way, like the people around you though at this time are getting cast.
Oh, they're all getting on SNL. I was in there with everybody from Lisa Kudrow from Friends to Sherry O'Terry from Saturday Night Live. Will Ferrell was one of my students. And so I was a teacher there. That was actually a great day job, but like that was exciting when one of my students would go on and do well. But I still wanted to be the sidekick. I was determined. And then I just kept doing free gigs like student films, and whoever was doing some like unfinanced pilot, I'd be there. Like I did every free gig known to man. And then I finally got an audition for a little show called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it. That was my first like job where I could call my relatives in Illinois and be like, no, this time you can actually see me on TV. And I'm like, there's this rapper, his name is Fresh Prince. The show hadn't even aired yet. I'm on episode 5 of the entire series. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Quincy Jones was at the fucking table read. Like, it was wild. The stakes were very high on that show. And there's this rapper, and nobody knows they knew his name was Will Smith, but you didn't know if you should call him Fresh. I remember meeting him saying, do you want me to call you Fresh Prince or Will?
And he
said whichever. And I'm like, fuck.
That's a big decision.
Right? And then Flava Flav walked up. Like, I'm just telling you, it was a crazy time in the 90s.
And by the way, you're just ripped from this school in Chicago.
That's what I'm saying. But as a comic, that's when I transitioned from doing material about growing up in Chicago or maybe dating this kind of a guy or my wacky family. But then I get on Fresh Prince and I'm like, holy shit, there's Flava Flav. And now he's doing something crazy with this clock around his neck. Maybe that could be in the act. So as I started working and getting paid guest stars, I started then making fun of the people I was working with because I never thought I would get back to them. When I was on Seinfeld, I went on stage and talked shit about Jerry.
You do it in the episode and then you do it in real life.
Yes. And sure enough, I got a fucking angry letter from Jerry Seinfeld when he was at the height of his fame. And I'm not even D-list yet. I'm not even on the list. And then I get a letter and I'm like, I have an instant diarrhea because it's Jerry Seinfeld. He sent a fax. That's how old-timey the story is. It's a fax. Like, who do you think you are? And I don't even remember you. And now you go on HBO and you make fun of me. So then the letter turns funny. So I realize, oh, he actually took the joke. So then I got to meet Larry David and I became friends with Larry, and Jerry actually thought what I said about him was funny. So they wrote an episode of Seinfeld where my character, for no reason, turns into a stand-up comedian who makes fun of Jerry.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite episodes of the series.
It was amazing because it really was born out of hatred. It was born out of evil, and then it turned into good.
Wait, that is
like a Marvel Comics movie.
I had no idea that art would imitate life in that way.
I was scared of Jerry Seinfeld the second time I went to that set because I was afraid because I had been on HBO. I kind of broke out at that time, like, not to sound like an asshole, but like I kind of had a good year. And so all of a sudden I was everywhere and I'm like, oh, now I have to deal with these people. So then I go into Seinfeld the second time and I show up and it was a night shoot and it's just Jerry by himself at the diner. And I walk in like, nobody else is around. What if he just kills me? And he goes, look at the cat dragged in. And I just gave him the slow clap. Well, look who's quitting the only gig he never should quit. Because he had just announced he was leaving the show. So I was trying to convince him that was a horrible idea. So I kept going with him, even though he was 1,000 times more powerful than I. But I couldn't stop myself from giving him shit. Because he's such a big star. He's untouchable.
Is that it?
Yes. So I couldn't resist. I was like a cat in a box. I had to pull back the mask.
But it's doing that to people who otherwise society would deem untouchable.
That's what I'm saying. It's called punching up.
Totally.
There's nothing wrong with making fun of Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld has $400 million. He's fine.
He will always have the last laugh.
He's just fine. Yes.
Wait, that is... Holy...
That's how it works.
So how do you realize your life is fully changed? Is it getting that letter from Jerry Seinfeld?
That was big.
I mean, because you know people are watching.
Look, I have a painting. I don't know if you know who this is. You might be too young. I have a painting of myself in my house. So you walk in and you're like, what an asshole. She's got a painting of herself. Until you see the artist. You look down, Eric Menendez.
Wait, what?
You heard me.
Wait,
Of the Menendez brothers.
what? How?
Huh?
Maybe he's in love with me. Zach.
Did you meet him on the apps?
No, he's in
Prison.
I call it a staycation.
Okay.
I think prison's a little harsh. Why don't you back off?
I have a visual of you talking to him with his head like pushed up
I have a
against
visual
the
of me
metal
fucking him. So I have a visual of a lot more than me talking to him.
Under the painting that
He's
he
hot.
painted of you?
Eric Menendez. He had one bad day. We all have a bad day, you know.
Wait, hold on.
But he painted a photo.
It was gorgeous.
Wait, so do you
It's
post
gorgeous.
for it or?
Oh yeah, the New York Times took a picture and put it on the cover of the style section. I'm not doing this little shit show that much longer. I've been in the New York Times style section. I don't even know what the show is.
Neither do I.
I'm like at an office party. What's happening here?
We decorated for your birthday.
Who are you two?
I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
With the Burberry shirt. I get it. You're making some money. God, hit me over the head with it. It's like a mallet, that shirt. I'm making money. I have a Burberry shirt.
That's really old. And to be honest, I've lost weight. So I'm going back and wearing very old things.
Same.
Yeah. So this is like actually 10 years old.
Keep it.
Yeah. It's weird.
Don't ever give it away or sell it.
I won't.
I don't want to see you on Etsy.
You got no.
I'm
no
serious
Depop.
because that's timeless.
Thank you for the acknowledgement.
See, that's the sort of thing Joan Rivers would say to me that I'd be like, oh, that Chanel coat, don't ever sell it.
So
like little tips like that.
I can only imagine like how.
By the way, how relatable was that last line? That Chanel coat, keep it.
You must own so much stuff.
I'm not a hoarder,
But
I'm a repurposer. I'm good about repurposing.
Can you explain?
Like I
what
don't
that
have a
means?
storage unit. I have a rule in life, which is if you have a storage unit, you're a hoarder.
Okay, interesting.
So I have no storage units.
That's actually really impressive. So
Yeah.
do you just store things in your homes?
I store things in my house that I mean, it's not like my house is cluttered, but I do get rid of stuff periodically. But I'll do stuff like this. Like I moved from a really, really giant house that had, you're going to laugh, it had 8 bedrooms, 11 baths. What the fuck? It was insane. It was 13,000 square feet.
And it's you and 4 dogs?
Yeah. And so then I moved to Malibu, but I kept all the furniture from the house in Bel Air. I just reupholstered it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
But wait, you're going to guess how I got the furniture? Rachel Ray. She starts a home. She's just printing money, by the way. She's another one just printing money. And so she decides to open a furniture line. And she goes, can I stage your house with my new like trial furniture and do a photo shoot there? I'm like, fuck yeah. She's like, surprise, keep it.
What?
So I haven't had to buy furniture in like 15 years. I keep reupholstering the Rachel Ray stuff.
Dude.
And then she sold the company. Smart. See, that's why she and I are friends. I have the keys to Rachel Ray's apartment. That's how close we are.
So you stay there when you go to the city?
No,
or?
it's weird. I just have the keys. She knows I like a hotel, but she gave me her keys and she just said, here's a set of keys if you ever need to come here for any reason. And I was like, Rach, I don't need your house keys. This is weird. I'm walking around with my own. Now I got to walk around with Rachel Ray's house keys. But I do. They're in my purse. And I just have them because she's my friend. And she said, you know, like Sia said, it's your birthday. I'll have cake for you and I'll sing happy birthday to you. Gave me some pasties. Rachel Ray gives me her house keys.
One of my favorite things that you do is whenever you have a dinner
As you
party.
play with a pasty, I just want to give everyone the visual.
I love that you make Sia perform in any situation.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many people are present.
And I give her no warning.
No, you don't give two fucks.
And I've even done stuff so devious where behind her back, I've had my assistant print out the lyrics to a song
That's unhinged.
in nice big font.
No, Kathy.
It's unhinged.
This is not the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting.
No, this is the all against the rules. And also, this is a woman, remember, who's so private. She wears a freaking backwards wig. Okay. But she comes to my house, and not only does she not have the wig on, I make her sing. No accompaniment. No, like.
Then you're there like this.
Yeah, exactly. And then usually my assistant's the only one allowed with a phone. And so the greatest coup I ever pulled off, and this was really devious, is I had the great Tony Award-winning Leslie Odom Jr., who plays Aaron Burr in Hamilton, won the Tony for it. He's gone on to do many things. I mean, amazing talent.
Heard of him?
Did a duet with Sia. And so I have them both at the same like dinner party or lunch party or whatever. And he is a shy guy. Like I'm an extrovert, obviously, but he's a shy guy. And he's not the type where you go, hey, come over and sing. Because it's just not his he's such a perfectionist and stuff. And Sia's got that autism, right? So she talks about that. So I know how to talk to her in a way where we have like a little language. And if she feels safe, that's her word. If she feels safe around me, she'll sing. And it's really sweet. And so I printed out the lyrics and then I put them on the spot by putting the song in the background on Spotify and then making Sia and Leslie. And it was the first time they'd ever sung that duet together in the same room.
Oh, that's amazing.
So people were like crying. So even though like I'm a bitch and rude and I shouldn't have done that and they both wanted to kill me.
It generates special moments.
Oh, it's a moment. And let me just tell you this. They're full of shit because it was a moment between them as well. They looked at each other. It was really special. Like these two singing giants that it can just blow the fucking roof off the place are at my lunch table and they're like looking at each other like, yeah, we just did that. So I do shit like that because it's fucking cool.
When did you start hosting those dinners or lunches?
I started hosting so long ago that my first one was for Sydney Poitier.
Wow.
Sit and spin.
That's
Boom.
You're sure?
Boom.
That deserves
And
it.
I used to be friends with the late great novelist Jackie Collins.
Wow.
And I loved her. She used to write these romance novels. She sold 400 million books in her lifetime.
Yeah.
So think about it, even if she got $1 a book, which knowing her, she got way more. So what I learned from these women, Jackie Collins, women like that, is they would pull me aside and they would say, make enough money so that you don't need any of the men in this room. You don't need them. You may want them. You may want something out of this person, but you don't, I want Ted Sarandos to give me $100 million deal, but I don't really need him to. I'll be okay, you know? And that's what I live by is those old dames that a lot of them aren't with us anymore. Man, they were magic because they would just drop the knowledge in a way where I would just take it. And they were right. They were always right.
Do you remember the moment where you had that freedom or where your bank account hit a number where you go, okay, I don't need these people?
Well, yes. And I'll tell you when I learned for real, because I thought it was okay, but when the Trump scandal happened, remember, that was someone flicking the switch, and then in a matter of minutes,
It's all gone.
it's all gone. I went from making maybe $10 million a year to zero, to living in a deficit for 7 years. So that's the part that screwed with my head. That's the part, losing the friends was the hardest part, but the second hardest part was the work aspect of what do I do with myself? You know, so I'm not making money, but also I'm not even doing my thing. I'm not coming to visit guys like you. I'm not going to Planet Hollywood. I'm not doing a YouTube show. Like, also, I'm the most hated woman in America on the internet and in real life. And that was why I was glad I had money socked away. Like, to be shallow, but to be just nuts and bolts, thank God. So I could survive.
You'd have a
and I didn't have to
different
take
life.
gigs that would have killed my soul, you know.
Imagine if you didn't have that money stocked away.
I don't know what I would do because I'm not the type that would like couch surf. I'm not the type that would like hit somebody
Couch
else
surf
up.
with you and your 4 dogs.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
you fly
I
private.
built a life where
Yeah.
it's got to be me taking care of business.
And it is totally up to you and solely up to you.
Absolutely. Especially now with Trump back in the office, you know, I'm not number one on his list these days, thank God, but I'm somewhere on the list. Like he found his way back to Rosie again. You know, he's got a long memory. He's got the dementia. I think he's got dementia. He sounds like my mom when she had dementia. That's all I know. But anyway, you know, I know him. I've known him since the 90s. I mean, when I met him, he was still with Marla Maples. That's how long I've known Donald. And, you know, he's stupid and he's crazy. And like I said, he's probably ill. And that's one of the things he does is he has this list and this enemies list and he loves to talk about it and his followers love it. So, you know, to this day, I'll put something on TikTok and just be swarmed with like QAnon people that think I've been harvesting baby parts with Hillary Clinton in a pizza parlor basement.
You haven't been doing that?
That I know of.
Okay, got it.
That I know of.
Yeah,
ask my
usually-
assistant, ask my people.
I was going to say, usually for people, you forget
Ask
those
my
things.
driver.
That's all.
I don't know. My driver, Lance Bass.
So then why?
That gay ditched me. You know, there's straight
That-
ditching
wait,
and then
that's
there's gay ditching. And gay ditching is another level. It's like bitch bye.
No, it's really wild that he ditched you at that
No,
point.
I wanted to go home early. Also, I didn't have a choice.
No, yeah, you got thrown out.
I got
but-
thrown out.
But it
I
would have
didn't
been
really
the friend,
want to go home early.
But the friend thing to do would have been to ride with you, right? Like you
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm a legend. You can't just throw me in an Uber and hope for the best.
you don't know how to do that.
Come on, lads.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
I
I'm
love
saying.
him. I'm going there for Thanksgiving. Who am I kidding?
You're You've quite the life.
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what I figured out. The secret sauce is actually not about the A-list. I thought it would be.
You're kind of on the A-list. Do you not consider yourself A-list?
No, I'm D. Straight D all the way.
Still?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think so. But proudly so. I think that's the list. I think it's a good list because you can be under the radar enough. Like I shouldn't have said half the stuff I said just with you guys. But
True.
I think I'm just under the radar enough where it won't really get me in real trouble. Remember, I've been in federal trouble. I'll get in a little like just Jared trouble. You know what I mean?
Who cares?
Right.
Yeah, what's Jared compared to the feds?
Keep the cuffs off. Or the bracelets, as they call them. They call them the bracelets.
I did have a question about your special.
Yeah.
The very last thing your special says is you thank Ellen DeGeneres. It's the very last thing you see on screen, and you guys haven't been the closest.
No, we have a beef. At least in my mind, we do. I don't think she doesn't give a shit about me, but I just love giving Ellen shit because it just never gets old. She just can't stand it. She has no sense of humor about herself. We had a fight one time that was a knockdown, drag out, screaming on the phones, both of us screaming, and I think that's so fucking funny. Like, picture Kathy Griffin and Ellen DeGeneres split screen.
What are you
both
yelling
with
about?
our cell phones and assistants screaming at each other.
Over what?
She thought Joan Rivers was not funny, but Joan was just mean. And I think Joan was not only not mean, but she was a genius, but also that Ellen kind of owed part of her career to the fact that Joan was the first woman to have a talk show, broke the glass ceiling for women in talk, whether you like her or not.
Without a shadow of a doubt, every female comedian
Thank you.
to ever step up to
Thank
a
you.
mic or tell a joke.
And by the way, Joan would thank Phyllis Diller. Phyllis Diller would thank Moms Mabley. Moms Mabley and Toady Fields. Like, we're pretty good about
That
knowing.
gave me chills
right?
in a weird way.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And so anyway, I just make fun of Ellen because she doesn't take it well. And I just get a kick out of it. And she'll never see it. She's not the type of person that would watch my special or even like fast forward. She'll just hear about it and be slightly annoyed. That's all, like slightly. But I just like poking her a little bit.
So you're fighting over Joan Rivers' legacy and her
Well,
view
now
of it.
I'm just starting shit with Ellen just to start shit with Ellen because
She has nothing else going on.
She has nothing else going on. It's fun for me. I enjoy it. You know, it's a victimless crime.
It is.
Once again, she's counting her money all the way around the world. She's selling houses. She and Ryan Seacrest are in some kind of arranged marriage. That's the real marriage you should be afraid of. Those two.
You think they're married?
I think they're just counting their money and they're doing who knows what kind of financial fraud schemes. They're both way too rich. They're very wealthy. Both of them. And they're friends. They're in that house flipping mafia.
So as somebody who is also very wealthy, when you see other people's wealth, when it reaches new extremes,
Yeah.
do you actually genuinely question it?
Oh, sometimes they're just criminals. I mean, sometimes people end up getting arrested and settling suits and all this stuff. So
And a lot of it
I
happens
like to
privately. Nobody even knows.
Yes, some of it, but sometimes you can't keep stuff out of motions that are filed, even if they're civil cases. And I say this as a defendant in 7. I've been sued 7 times since the Trump head picture. So I'm a litigation specialist as well. And you can't keep those filings out of the public domain. But there's a lot that you cannot keep secret, is what I've learned.
You've learned a lot.
I know.
You're an incredible human being.
You guys are so sweet.
No,
This is so fun.
You really do you see all of this as living multiple lives, or have you
Yes,
just
I
lived
feel like
one?
I'm on my 19th or 20th.
Truth.
Like I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, you're kidding. Right? Did you ever wake up like that? Where you're like, oh, I didn't die in my sleep?
I wake up in panic attacks.
All right. And then I went into hair and makeup because the gal was there.
Shipped you right off.
I just walk right down the hall in hair and makeup. That's my life.
You like that?
I love it because you never know when you're going to work. You never know when somebody's going to see you.
So do you have a new lease on working now? Because
I love it.
Did you take it for granted at a certain point?
No, but I just never thought I'd be working to break even. I thought I'd always be working I was lucky enough to have a trajectory that was such that I thought, okay, if I can plateau at this level for a while, I'm really going to be on my way to Ellen territory. And then I got in my own way, of course, but then it became almost a game about like, how much can I save and how much can I earn and what can I do and what can I do on the side and how much can I be hustling and how many other gigs can I take at once?
And where'd you find the most money? What was the most lucrative?
Touring.
Really?
I made the most of my money touring, yeah.
And would you do like random side gigs, like
Well, no, here's what I
private
did.
performances?
Here's one of the reasons I'm hated. I cut out the promoter.
Oh, wow.
So I would four-wall. You know what that is? That's where you do your own promotion. So you don't give Live Nation or, never mind. We shouldn't talk
no,
about
that's
this.
amazing though.
We should not be talking about this
Hey,
at
you're a
all.
real business person.
Yes. I have no debt.
That's amazing.
None.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
I ran my house past Suze Orman. I couldn't buy it until she gave it the okay.
What did you know what valuable asset that is?
For real, though.
Like that is incredible friendship.
Just maybe we only talk on the phone 4 times a year,
cares?
but every time it's like gold. But she's the real deal. I have hooked her up with so many celebrities. I won't say because they're people that are bad at money, but they're good, talented, really athletes, singers, actors, and just for the love of the game, she'll like help them out. And I put them together, and boom.
She's a good person.
She's a really good person.
She's a really
and really smart and just a really good ally to the member of the community, ally to the community. She walks the walk and talks the talk. She's amazing.
Money's a scary thing, and for many, many decades,
Yeah.
she has made it very palatable and easy to understand.
Yeah.
She's she's done a lot for society.
She does it for everybody. She's really good.
Why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep working?
I have a disorder. I mean, I'm telling you, I have a stand-up comedy disorder. I cannot stop thinking shit is funny, but wanting to then go hit the mic and do it. Like, I can think it's funny and tell my friends, and of course that's fun and satisfying to make your friends laugh, but I want to do it in a way where I can do it on a theater stage. And when my Doc Martens hit that floor, the switch goes on, like hopefully it will Saturday at 8, and the switch will go on, because I don't really know what I'm going to say in the show yet. I really don't. It's my first show back from the special, so it's all new. It's got to be all new.
Are you writing with people or do you write alone?
No, just me. Just me.
Why do you choose to do it that way?
Unlike Ellen. Why don't you ask Ellen?
Well,
What does she do?
her team's pretty big, eh?
I don't think she writes her own stuff, which I think is so weird to be a comic and not do your own stuff. To me, then you're just a monologist. You're an actor. You're reading someone else's monologue.
About your own life, which is super meta.
Right.
It's
But
very weird.
I do shit about my life. Like, I'll talk about you two fools.
Thanks.
Trust me. With the hat alone.
We thought about the hat, and
That's called a closer. It's like a MAGA hat. Is he a secret MAGA?
I said I shouldn't wear this hat, and everybody's like, no, you should wear this hat. So I think I regret it now.
I don't. I don't regret one thing about it.
We have something special for you.
What?
Bring it on in, guys.
Oh my God.
Happy
What have
birthday.
you gone and done? It's my actual birthday.
Thank
your
you for
actual
spending your birthday here
I love
with
you
us
guys.
today.
This was so fun.
This was a very special day.
Oh,
Oh, by the way, you do share your birthday with some people. Do you know who you share it with?
yes. I know what you're going to say.
Oh,
He's-
yeah.
he's an inmate.
Do you think Puff Daddy's going to get
Pardoned? I
Yeah.
do.
You do,
I
right?
think
Me
Trump
too.
I think Trump will think it will engender him to the black community.
Totally.
I don't know if it will, but I think Trump will think, I mean, he really thinks like he has black people that like him and stuff. I mean, he does,
No.
but I'm just saying, by and large, I would suggest, not good for people of color, to say the least. But let's not get political. We've gone this far without the feds coming in.
Happy
Not on
birthday,
my-
Kathy
uh-oh.
Griffin.
Wait a minute. This is a real
Happy
cake.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Don't get the
you.
bag dirty.
Happy birthday, dear Kathy.
And the writing, look.
Happy birthday to you. And your dogs are on there.
It's your dogs.
Oh, those are my actual dogs, you guys. Let's take a picture.
Thanks,
All right.
Thanks for coming
Oh
today.
my God, seriously.
Kathy Griffin,
let me take a
everybody.
picture.